you could feel that build, that crescendo start to come on, and it would kind of build like a wave would build out in the ocean, and it would gather momentum and finally crash on the beach.
Get up and lay it home with two hands, Reignman.
I've been saying all along that this guy is like a hurricane. I mean, you can see him coming a mile away. You can see a storm building on the horizon. You feel this breeze before he gets there, and when he gets here, he rains down on you.
Between the legs, into the lane, and into the bone-crushing two-handed jam.
When I throw it up there, and he throwing that ball through that net, and that's like rain. That's like rain coming down out of the sky.
The Reignman throws down a thundering jam, and people heard it, liked it, and the name is kind of stuck and solidified with Shawn Kemp.
Kemp will run across midcourt, dribbles by Johnson to the cup. A thundering overhead slam! What a play! Holy cow! Woo! The Reignman!
In many ways, Shawn Kemp's story is that of a prototypical NBA superstar. He is a spectacular player with a catchy nickname and a personal story that speaks not only of great physical ability, but also of adversity and incredible determination.
The Sonics meet the Portland Trailblazers here tonight, a longtime rival. Seattle trying to rebound from a tough loss last night against the Phoenix Suns. But with 3 straight home games, the Sonics have a great opportunity to get on a roll.
The Suns. And a 6'10" forward from Trinity Junior College, number 40.
I always wanted to play in the NBA, but I never dreamed of being a star.
Come on, Shawn Kemp. Come on, White. Let's go to work, Shawn. Let's roll.
I never dreamed of being the best basketball player in the NBA. My dream was to go through high school and to win the high school championship and to go to college with some of my friends and just to be a normal kid.
In Elkhart, Indiana, where Shawn grew up, it is normal for kids to learn about 2 things early on: basketball and hard work.
My mom worked 2 jobs while I was growing up, through elementary, junior high, and some high school. She was dedicated in doing what she wanted to do to take care of our family and take care of our home.
And when it came to his favorite sport, Shawn shared his mother's dedication.
He had a basketball ever since he was probably 3 years old, and he's been playing with it and dribbling, and that's kind of how it all got started.
Being from Indiana, you're basically going to get a basketball pretty much when you're born. So, I mean, it's part of every kid's life growing up, because the expectations there is for the kid to be a next, junior high star, next high school star.
But at first, Shawn's hopes of basketball stardom seemed an impossible dream.
I grew up with leg braces on knees and ankles. I struggled early on with the growth and development of my legs.
Refusing to be discouraged, Shawn never stopped honing his skills.
He just has a determination. I don't know where he got it from, but it's a lot of determination to keep going.
While he may have inherited his resolve from his mother, his competitive spirit was nurtured by another family member.
His sister always played, and that was, I think the main thing that got him interest, because he wanted to challenge her.
She's the one. She's the one that I think made it happen. She's the one that was competitive with me from, the time I was little, the one that pushed me. She's the one that taught me how to play.
By the end of elementary school, Shawn's leg problems were behind him. And as his physical ability began to match his determination, kids from all over town flocked to see him play.
We had heard. It was all, back then you had to hop on your bike, get to where they were at, wherever they were playing, east side, west side. And just hopefully he was there, he could play. He was on a whole nother level. We're out there sort of all running after the ball, and he's just dunking left and right.
Already dunking by age 12, Shawn was a junior high school sensation. And in his freshman year of high school, he surpassed even his own dreams by becoming an instant starter for the Concord Minutemen. But his meteoric rise to Indiana schoolboy stardom had just begun.
Here come the Concord Minutemen again. Oh, Shawn Kemp wears size 16 shoes and's got a 42-inch sleeve length. In side to Kemp. Great head fake. Oh, it's showtime.
I remember he did a 360. I'm not sure who it was against. And he just went up, and we just thought he was going to just have a normal dunk. And next thing you know, he's flying around in the air, bringing the house down.
I can remember several times, I mean, I'm ready to jump out of my skin to yell at one of the guards for throwing a lob out of the gym, and I mean, I think it's going, you know, going to hit the end wall, and the next thing you know, I mean, here's his hand going up, grabbing it, slamming it through, and it was like, oh, that was a good pass.
As he once drew fans to local Elkhart playgrounds, Shawn attracted throngs of fans to marvel at his now legendary exploits.
After every game, especially junior and senior year, I mean, the number of kids that would be around wanting his autograph, wanting this, wanting that. You know, he was great. I mean, Shawn, hey, there's a lot of kids out here. If you want to, you know, get out, you know, we can get you out the back. No, I mean, he'd come out, he'd sign him, he'd stick around.
We had a great time in high school. People hadn't seen in that area, they hadn't seen a kid 6'10" do those type of things, and I could see the fans feeding off of it. Had lots of fun.
We'd have 500 people standing outside our school. We'd have a line around the building trying to get into our games here, and we had just a little, you know, a small gym. You know, people just want to see Shawn play.
In just 6 years, Shawn had transformed from an awkward child to one of the nation's most coveted prospects.
You can watch basketball a lot of years but never see anything like that.
I got recruited from just about every college in the country. They would come down and watch, and by the time I was a sophomore, you know, there was NBA teams that were coming and stuff watching me play it.
And as he brought his high school career to an end, his basketball future could not have looked brighter.
Kemp, look at that talent. Rebound, handle the rock. Look at him handle it. Look at this kid. Are you serious? Are you for real? That's a superstar potential. Oh, hold me down, Mr. Kemp. Hold me down.
Hey guys, a couple things. Hey, Shawn, this might be the one game that they're going to let you play. You know, Portland doesn't double a lot on the block. They're going to double the pick and roll all the time. But give Shawn some good spacing. They don't double all the time on the block.
With Kemp here tonight, what you fear is an explosion. It's been right by Buck Williams, and it's a two-handed
Shawn!
Shawn Kemp has been energized early. Drives into the lane. High hook on the roll to the hole. There's a beauty.
You get that burst of energy where you can just get one and throw it down, and next thing you know, it just gives you so much energy. Your confidence level raises. The guys on the bench go from sitting down to standing up, and you know, the coaches get, you know, George will get pumped up, and it just gets everyone going.
That strength and that energy generated by Shawn Kemp.
Sometimes I can sense it out there, of course. Sometimes I can actually feel it. Say, hey, this is the time that you can throw one down right here and kind of give the team a boost.
Kemp has been doing it all night for the Sonics.
Vinny. Give me Shawn.
Since junior high, I've never stopped playing the same way. The same things that I do now in the NBA, I was doing in junior high.
As he attracted crowds in high school with his sensational style, Shawn still has the rare ability to grab his audience.
You know, he's a highlight film. If you really sit there and watch him long enough, he's going to do something spectacular every game.
On the break, here comes Kemp. Oh, it floats high into the air. Here comes the runaway slam jam, a thundering jam. Oh, how about that for a solo? Gets back to Kemp. Look at that jam.
The excitement that he brings is something extraordinary, I think, because you could sense it early on in his career at the Garden. When he dribbles and just busts right into the lane, double pumps back to the basket, and whack!
Oh my gosh! Holy smoke! Here's Kemp again. What a move!
With his rookie year, he was at home in Seattle, and he jumped from one side of the lane, and he cocked it and brought it all the way back to the other side of the lane.
Oh, what a thundering reverse baby cradle right-handed jam!
And we were all just like, damn, did you see that?
Smashes it home with a right-handed tomahawk. Kemp will take it in full stride. Number 2
to attack the rim. That part of it there I enjoy the most. It's the best feeling in the world is just to be able to go up during the game and to put one down on someone.
Into the hands of Kemp. He'll go to the glass and ram it home. Oh, give him that magic carpet.
You could really feel the crowd energized and feed off of that energy from Shawn and vice versa.
Stripped by Cage. Oh! Shawn Kemp doing it all the way.
And you could feel the energy building up. It's like friction on the carpet. It's like a hurricane just winding up. That rubber band is getting tighter and tighter. And then all of a sudden, bam, he just explodes and does, one of those Shawn Kemp special dunks.
They rotate it over to Campbell for the baseline flip. Won't go. Kemp all over that rebound like a bad suit. Out of backcourt, he cuts out of the block. Up fire. Oh, raging right-handed tomahawk jam from the Reignman. Oh, my goodness.
And you can't help but to go, yeah, that was nice.
If you get the rebounds, you'll have your transition, which is what got us the lead. Now we're at a stage where everything's half court. Everything's half court, and they're a good defensive team, and we're a good defensive team, and they're getting the bounces right now. Hey, give Shawn some time to work and give him some space to work. Let's get away from him, White. Let's go.
There's a lot of guys in the NBA who are forced to score points. I don't necessarily look at the game that way. I just try to go out and play the best basketball that I can play, regardless if it's steals, rebounds, or points, and just try to have the most fun I can, and I enjoy it out there.
Shawn Kemp, he's been a holy terror on the glass. For the crowd, generating some energy.
Go, Shawn. Go, Shawn. Right.
Right to the Reignman. He'll bring it up to Gary. Gary back to Shawn into the left elbow drop. And jams it down with two hands. That's energy. That's energy. That's what we're talking about. Shawn Kemp did it all tonight. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. He was Mr. Everything. Final score, 114-103. The Sonics prevail over the Portland Trailblazers.
Play the second half. Great job. That's 48 minutes.
He was fantastic. I don't know if I've ever seen him play better 24 minutes.
Always feels good win over Portland, but it feels good to play Phoenix last night, come back and have enough energy to pull the game off. This is like the worst photo ever. I have fun on the court, and that's one of the reasons that I've been successful, because I don't put a lot of pressure on myself. I love playing the game. I just want to play basketball.
Kemp graduated from Concord High School as one of the country's hottest basketball prospects. And having chosen to play at the University of Kentucky, he looked ahead to a bright career at one of the nation's top basketball programs.
I can honestly say that Shawn is the best high school player I had ever seen with his athletic ability. I think that he was the best to ever come out of the state of Indiana.
But Shawn's celebrated entry into the college ranks would not go as planned.
My freshman year, I wasn't eligible to play because I was a Proposition 48. I had played basketball for so long and didn't have something taken away from me. You don't know which way you're going to go, and it was tough.
Desperately unhappy, Shawn would leave Kentucky after a single semester.
That was a situation where I think people were disappointed at me, and I was disappointed in myself, but you got to make some big decisions.
After much soul-searching and a brief stop at a junior college, Shawn reached a difficult choice. He would defy the odds and the advice of those around him to try to make the improbable jump directly to the NBA.
Look back at the history of who's tried to do that or who has actually been successful going from high school to the NBA, and with the exception of Moses Malone being a long-time person at this, that's probably not a real good way to go.
The media, they were like, Shawn Kemp's going pro. What is he thinking?
With the 17th pick in the 1989 NBA draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Shawn Kemp from Trinity Valley, Texas.
They called me as soon as I was drafted, like 10 seconds later. They called me, and the only thing I hear in the background are boos. Boo. I'm like, oh my.
since Shawn Kemp left high school, has not played in an official basketball game. He's been...
Here he is getting drafted. It's supposed to be one of the happiest days of his life, you know, and he can see on the TV in front of the whole world that, you know, they're booing him.
But if Shawn was to make it in the NBA, he would have to contend with more than just his doubters. Only 19 years old, he faced the daunting prospect of moving halfway across the country to Seattle and living on his own.
It was rough on him, I think, because he wanted to do it and he wanted to do his best, but yet he was from a small town, and to go there, it was just, you know, it was overwhelming for him.
My mom, she had more confidence in myself than I did. You know, I'm like, you know, someone's got to move out there with me. I need some help. You know, she come out, she helped me find a place to live. But after that, you know, she let me be on my own. She says, you really don't need anyone living with you because, you know, your experiences that you're going to go through is something that you deserve to go through by yourself.
Fortunately for Shawn, he would quickly find a surrogate family.
When I first got here, the guys on the team really helped me out a lot. They teased me a lot for being younger, you know, being 18, 19, but they worked with me a lot too. You know, it's like a little brother to me.
In fellow forward Xavier McDaniel, he would also find a mentor.
We were close like buddies. You know, we had like a good one-on-one relationship. And he gave me a lot of guidance when it came to life and stuff like that. I just looked at him as someone that I could talk to, as someone I could depend on.
He always asked me about situations, and, you know, I just try to tell him through my personal experience. And I used to say, son, you know, this is what you got to do, you know, in order to survive in this league.
But Shawn's biggest challenge was on the court. Competing with older and vastly more experienced players, he struggled just to get playing time.
And the young man bobbles the ball. He's a little bit out of control here, obviously.
It was tough because every time I would come in a game, they would try to clear out, try to post me up, try to get a one-on-one ISO.
And oh, is he taking the rookie to class?
There were struggles. You know, he had turnovers, not knowing how to handle the double teams and making easy plays tough.
He blows it easy, too!
And once again, Shawn faced his ultimate fear, being unable to do what he loved most. But this time, he knew what had to be done.
I needed maturity on the court because my work ethic had to improve. I had to get myself stronger, just a lot of things that I needed. I had a lot of talent, but I needed to put everything together.
Reaching back for the determination with which he had first developed his skills, Shawn labored fiercely to improve his game.
Anytime you got an athlete that's willing to work hard, there's no stopping him. And that was the type of person. He worked. He just worked.
He wasn't trying to make anything different. He wasn't trying to be different than anybody else. He just wanted to learn. And I think he knew that the key to him really becoming a star in this league was he had to learn the system.
Slowly, Shawn's hard work began to pay off. As he showed flashes of his great potential, he proved to the Sonics that he belonged in the NBA. And perhaps more importantly, he proved it to himself.
I think it made me mature. I think it made me grow up and realize that, you know, that basketball is not always what you think it's going to be. So pretty much just tried to work hard and stick with that and accept things as they came and try to play the best I could.
Let's talk about Orlando a little bit. You know, tomorrow, Bill, we're going to start you, and our philosophy on Shaquille is going to be body to body.
I remember walking out on the court my rookie year and seeing like Magic and Larry, you know, and the year before I'm right at junior college in the lounge looking at Magic and these guys on the championship. So when I stepped on the court, there was no way I was going to let these players know how much I thought of them. If I go out shaking their hands and, you know, and give them a hug or something that I probably wanted to do, then I've been in trouble.
You're going to have to be real active and real alert. Because Shaq doesn't find here very much. He finds this guy all the time.
Larry taught me a lesson. People had criticized Larry. Larry's getting old, his back is in pain. So I go out and I hit a couple of shots on him. Like, man, I say a couple words to him, and next thing you know, he's shooting threes in my face. He's talking to me, and he ended up with like 40-something points. He taught me a lesson that regardless of who you are, how good you are, you know, you have to bring it every night. You gotta get your respect that way.
One, I promise you guys, the key to the game is running. It's a transition game for them and a game that we have to be ready to run on. Got to play with it, bro. Rock and roll, gentlemen. Rock and roll.
As Shawn entered his second season, he showed from the start that he was ready to make his bid for a place in Seattle's starting lineup.
Kemp with a scoop. Kemp gets a rebound and stuffs it. What an athlete, huh?
I was impressed with his focus early. You know, I mean, he made some mistakes on the court, but his focus was there. He tried. He tried every night. One night he'd get dunked on, the next night he'd dunk on you.
Sonics lead here, 27-59. I'm taking roll. Kemp with a tomahawk jam.
He's a young man, but he is all man.
He has this enthusiasm for rebounding and blocking shots. How often do you come across a player who has that kind of desire for that part of the game? Not very often at all.
Under to Doherty, turns out the basket, put up a shot blocked by Shawn Kemp.
He just started realizing that he was so much stronger and so much more talented, and he just started dunking on people and realizing the potential in the type of game that he could play.
Give it back to Shawn, he glides in. Boy, Shawn Kemp looks like he's developing by the minute out there.
By December, Shawn had achieved his goal of being a starter. But his success would be bittersweet as it prompted the trade of his mentor.
It surprised me. I remember the day it happened. I was sitting in the locker room lacing up my shoes. He come back in, he sat beside me, and he told me, he's like, you know, they just made a trade. And I'm like, no way. I had always dreamed of playing next to him. I'm thinking X-Man's going to be the small forward. I'll be the power forward.
I told him he's the man, and I think he deserved to be the man. I think he has the opportunity to be as good as he wanted to, and I always told him that.
He was just like, you know, you got to make the best of this opportunity. You know, it's not gonna, this doesn't happen to everyone. So this team's yours now. Do what you can, and that's what you work for.
Shawn would take his chance and run with it.
By three on the run. Ahead to Kemp. He'll take Stockton to the hole and flushes it home. And the play. Something special in the air right there. 55-36. Johnson a jump pass to Kemp. Inside he comes with a reverse cradle. Tomahawk jam.
This kid looks like he could be a star. His enthusiasm, his energy output was up every day, you know, and he wanted to make an impact.
Shawn Kemp has certainly raised his game to another level. He is growing leaps and bounds every game.
As a starter, Kemp brought his game to new heights.
Briscoe sets up Kemp.
And in Gary Payton, he even found a new running mate to complement his explosive style.
With flair.
When I came into the league, I really stuck to Shawn because, you know, we was the two youngest guys on the team, and I, you know, basically really wanted to make a bond with him because we were the two youngest guys.
He and Kemp fight, lob low, Kemp dunk. Shawn Payton, those two work so well together.
I think we're a little different from most other combos because me and Gary, we get on each other. We always challenge each other on the court to bring the rest of the guys' confidence level up and just to bring the team up.
Some of the plays that Gary and Shawn have made have been unbelievable. Gary's a great deliverer of the ball, and Shawn has a great area where you can throw it. You can throw it here, and he still slams it.
Court by Payton, he dances through traffic, lobs it in. Kemp will go up and catch it and jam it in with two hands. And they love it here at the Coliseum.
In one breakout season, Shawn had made a quantum leap into the NBA elite, but he realized that the true test of his newfound stardom lay ahead as the Sonics took on the heavily favored Golden State Warriors in the first round of the playoffs.
Golden State had the better record throughout the regular season. They have some of the better players on their team, and George is like, you know, this is what you work so hard for. Play the best basketball you ever played right now in this series.
Charge there. Oh, brother. Shawn Kemp.
Shawn would respond with a vengeance, playing his best basketball of the season.
Ball, McMillan to pick up back to the hoop, swatted out by Gatling. Kemp buries it and draws the foul. They swarm him in that double they do on the baseline. Now Kemp going to the hoop. Wow! Now that is attacking the basket. They just can't stop Kemp.
But Shawn's defining moment was still to come. At home in Seattle, with the series even at 1, Game 3 was tied with time running out. And with control of the series at stake, Seattle would once again lay its fortunes at Kemp's feet.
Somebody's going to have to step up big here. Well, I would love to see the Sonics go to Shawn Kemp. All right, here we go. The game on the line, the score tied.
So it has come down to this. Here come the Sonics.
Up to Gary Payton. Lead pass to Kemp. He'll play it down. What a lob! Whoa! He went airborne, defied gravity.
Unbelievable play in that situation. 28 seconds to go in the game. An unbelievable big-time basketball play for us.
What a play! The Reignman has struck.
I was at half court, and hey, I threw it up there, and I knew he could go get it, and he went and got it, and ever since then, you know, we've been having confidence that we can do that anytime we want to.
Sonics win! Sonics win!
It's over. Seattle goes on to round two.
It was his debut. I mean, he was taking center court at Wimbledon, you know. I mean, he was driving down the front row at the Indianapolis 500, you know. All of a sudden, it was his debut. And man, he just took off from that point on.
I had looked forward to this day for the past 2 to 3 weeks because Christmas as a kid was my favorite holiday. I mean, this is the holiday that you mark out on your calendar. This is the one that you look forward to. And this is probably why I did what I did today, to try to make someone's Christmas better.
What's happening, fellas? How you guys doing?
I was just looking at him, you know, to see he was here. Shawn Kemp, you know, it's nice to see Star come up and give to the community, you know. It's like saying, you know, I'm still here for you, you know, I'll help you out. I'm always there for you.
When I was a kid, it had been the greatest thing in the world for an NBA player to come hang out and, you know, just to be around an NBA player. You know, anytime that you can go around and be around kids and stuff, see them smile, you know, that's good. That's what they need. They need someone to look up to. I don't necessarily do it because I think I have to. I do it just because I want to. It makes you feel good, not just because they're smiling, but it makes you feel good about yourself.
You'll never make it in the NBA. You'll just sit on the bench. You're just not ready, man. No one ever chances the belt. Don't get your hopes up.
Though Shawn's NBA success story would eventually become famous worldwide, at first he seemed too quiet to ever become a media star.
When I was that young, it didn't mean that much to me to talk to the media and to let them know how I felt. Sure, I felt good, but that's not all I want. I want to keep my focus. So until I learn how to deal with this, until I learn how to bring it to the table every night, then I don't want to be in your face telling you, you know, some things that I can't quite do yet.
But over time, his actions spoke for him.
People respect hard work, and you know, I think they realize that I work hard on the court, and I'm not a selfish player, a selfish person at all. So I think it's easy for the fans to put themselves in my shoes.
Reignman! And he came, and he grew, and he fed on the rain. Oh, sweet rain!
I like this place.
Oh, my goodness! Two-hand delivery from the Reignman brings down the house.
And as Seattle embraced him, Shawn grew more comfortable with the role of local hero.
Oh my God, what is that? A lumpfish? Where are we, fellas?
Here we are in Seattle at the famous fish market.
Oh, check this out.
Right here.
I think he can handle the superstar status. He's got the personality, I believe, because he doesn't really let things go to his head too much and just kind of goes with it. And just sitting back and watching him, he handles it very well.
And eventually, he reached the status that all NBA players aspire to.
The fans are falling in love. They've fallen in love.
Shawn is probably the #1 personality in the city of Seattle.
Shawn is Seattle. There's a lot of players on his team, 12 different guys, but Shawn is probably the spokesman, and he's been pictured here all over the place. So once anybody thinks of Seattle, they think of Shawn automatically.
John, tell him what's up.
Hey, man, he can throw, I can't hold.
Well, hey, let's find out. You ready?
There's a playoff feeling of electricity here tonight at the Tacoma Dome. The Orlando Magic come into Seattle with the league's best record. So tonight will be a true test of how good the Sonics really are.
Every season has 10, 11 games where I think players feel specialness to them. Shawn Kemp's the guy that's usually carried us in those games.
My pregame ritual is, I don't go out and shoot before games. The only thing I do, I stretch, I listen to music, I'll talk to the fellas in the locker room a little bit, but most of the time I'm real quiet in the locker room.
Take it, Shawn, you might have to rotate up to Anderson. But that, we're in a rotation thing. We're going under, body up, physically try to get it up, Shawn. That's probably going to be you some too. Shaq does set some pick and roll.
Before the game, knowing that once that ball goes up in the air, it's going to be a 100-yard dash. So my thing is just to keep myself relaxed, not get too excited to get out there on the court, but to stay calm and just get myself ready for that challenge.
It's a matchup of two of the NBA's best teams, featuring two of the league's brightest young stars, Shawn Kemp and Shaquille O'Neal.
Let's go, man. Play physical. Play physical. Not going to ass. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sonics.
Get busy.
Having established himself at the tender age of 23 as one of the league's most exciting players, Shawn entered the 1992-93 season ready to take his game to the next level. And though he continued to dazzle fans with his sensational play, he now looked to be recognized for more than just his aerial exploits.
They used to call him the man-child. Drop the child part, folks.
People realized that not only I could play once a week or twice a week, that I could play every night. I could come out and play the same way each and every game.
He is a handful to play. If that guy's not an all-star, I've never seen one.
Game after game, Shawn keyed the Sonics' attack.
Oh man, what a play that was.
Kemp really getting it going now.
Expanding not only his game, but also his role.
Finally, he's being the leader that everybody on the Seattle team wants him to become.
Following his lead, the Sonics played as well as any team in the league, and Shawn was named to the All-Star team.
Sense of satisfaction, a sense of relief, and it only lasted for like 24 hours, because the next 24 hours I'm like, man, if I come back here next year and I don't make this All-Star team, there's going to be some disappointed fans, and not only fans going to be disappointed, I'll be disappointed at myself.
For all his individual success,
He looked like a point guard there, didn't he? The way he wheeled in.
Shawn realized that his true mission lay in the postseason. And in the first round against the Utah Jazz, he would face an early test.
They beat us on our home court, and it was a short series, and all of a sudden we had to win one on their home floor and tie it up. They could have put us away.
With their playoff hopes on the line, Seattle looked to Kemp, and he delivered.
He is dominating this game, and he's dominating Karl Malone, who has been considered the best power forward in the game.
Corner ahead to Kemp. Here it comes. Get on the magic carpet. He will. And tomahawks it home with a flyaway right-handed jam.
He exploded. He just exploded and was making moves, and we need to keep exploiting that. You don't want to put pressure on a guy, but I think he is the key.
Leading Seattle past Utah, Shawn moved on to another test. Matched up against the Houston Rockets, he found himself in a duel with one of the NBA's most dominant players, Hakeem Olajuwon.
And he is guarding Shawn Kemp right now. Kemp goes right by him, slams it.
Hakeem Olajuwon, he gets the punch steal all the way. Hakeem with a steal and the fast break. NBA Defensive Player of the Year.
Kemp steps up, not in my house, he says. Take that mess out of here.
Through 6 games, Shawn battled Hakeem to a standstill.
6 on the shot clock. Kemp.
And then, with the 7th game on the line, he would do just a little bit more.
Does he love the pressure? He makes all the big shots.
Olajuwon open.
Olajuwon takes it. Seattle goes to Phoenix.
After we beat Houston with Olajuwon, I mean, you have to put yourself in that Cinderella spot, thinking that you're going to go ahead and make it all the way.
But in the Western Conference Finals awaited MVP Charles Barkley, who would pose Shawn's toughest challenge yet.
I've watched Charles play for a long time and get the opportunity to play in a series against him. I'm telling myself, you got to take advantage of this opportunity. This is what people want to see. They want to quite see just how good you are. And there's no better than going out playing the best.
And from the start, Shawn showed he was up to the task.
Wide on the shot. Yeah! Oh, my! You need a cape on your back to make a play like that. Rebound Barkley. Barkley out of backcourt. Bumped by Kemp. He'll take it in and jam it. Sir Charles. Baseline to baseline. Seattle an extra chance. Barrows for three, and it just misses. Kemp! There goes that man again. He has been the man who's been leading them.
Each time Barkley tried to take control of the series, Shawn would find a way to match him as the Sonics pushed the Suns to a decisive 7th game.
Seattle has forced the issue. George Karl Sonics 118, Phoenix 102.
This is our dream, so we're definitely going to give us our best shot, and we look forward to the challenge. I think this team has played very well up under pressure all year long.
But home in Phoenix, Barkley was at his best.
Kennedy saved. No, Barkley! Oh, my!
And though Shawn fought valiantly, the Suns were simply too much.
And the sun is shining brightly on the bald pate of Charles Barkley.
But though it was Barkley's turn to celebrate, it seemed that Shawn's time was close at hand.
As soon as the game's over, I'm already thinking, how I can better myself, what I could have did different. The thing is just take a little break, but to come back in a couple weeks and don't take much time off at all.
Looking for Kemp in alone, leaning on a Grant. Kemp will get it. Backs horse down, turns, follow away. Jay got it from 10 feet. What a beautiful play. With it, deadlift shrimp, setting up the two-man play. Crossover dribble into the lane. Knife to the hole, gives to Kemp, runs to the glass, powers to the block and lays it in. The Sonics get out of the box with a great spirit, great drive, great fury. The Sonics have a 29-18 lead.
Keep running the ball. You keep running by rebounding the basketball. Everybody rebound the basketball. There'll be a lot of numbers there all night long. Let's start out with a turn. Start out with a turn, White. Long way to go. Let's keep it rolling.
Rebound grab by Kemp. He's been awesome on the glass.
We're running!
Brett gets it, sends it to Gill, off to Kemp. Here he comes, a quick step, two-hand jam. Good golly! How about that? And they've held the #1 leading scorer in the league, Shaquille O'Neal, averaging 30 a game to 15 points. 28-point Sonic lead. They clear out. Kemp driving to the inline, stops beneath the glass, hurls up a right-handed reverse, and gets nothing but net. The Sonics now have their largest lead of the game. Sonics on top by 40.
I dream about winning championships. Just dream about being consistent and staying happy. I think for me to stay consistent and be happy and just have a great career, that's the best I can be. Just be the best I can be.
In the battle of superstars tonight, it was Shawn Kemp and the Sonics who came out on top, sending Shaq and the Magic home with a convincing 124-84 loss.
Shawn entered the 1993-94 season as an established superstar, and now the task ahead of him was clear.
We begin this first of 82 games during the course of the regular season that hopefully will culminate maybe in a championship.
And he had the Sonics in high gear from the start.
Kemp will go into the air and soar with a two-handed reverse jam.
The Sonics firing on all cylinders.
And here's a dribble drive by Lynch. Underneath, put it up. It's blocked by Kemp. Nice block shot by Kemp. His second. The ball to Payton. Payton lobs underneath.
That is a brilliant basketball play. That is professional basketball at its best.
When you know you can go into the game regardless of who you're playing and know that you can beat them, that feels good. We knew what our size was to get to the championship, and we're just trying to be consistent as possible.
Feathers it low to Kemp, double team, hook outside, Perkins, over to Deadlift, squares, fires over to Benny, down low to Kemp. Oh, send it around the horn.
They make it look easy, Kennedy. They really do.
As the season came to a close, Kemp had set career marks for points and rebounds, and he led the Sonics into the playoffs heavily favored to go all the way to the finals.
The Sonics 63-19 during the year. Pacific Division champions, the best overall record in the league, the best home record, the best road record.
And the 8-seeded Denver Nuggets seemed to promise an easy first-round victory.
Pass whips it out to Hill for a three, missed it. Kemp with the rebound, beneath the lid, up, he got the reverse jam in traffic.
Here it comes to Stiff, stripped by Shawn Kemp. Kemp will come back 3-on-1.
You think this ball club was ready? You got it. Kemp drives baseline right, turns the corner, in he comes, two-handed jam for Kemp. Runaway ball game.
Sprinting to a 2-0 series lead, the Sonics couldn't help but have their sights set on bigger things.
I heard in the background, sweep, sweep, sweep. Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, we hear sweep, but you know, in the playoffs, you got to take one game at a time. If we can go to Denver and sweep and get some rest, I think it'd be good for us.
But the Nuggets had other ideas. Back in Denver, they played with new life, while the stunned Sonics seemed unprepared to respond.
Tenacity of this young Denver team puzzling Seattle.
We're able to win back-to-back games and put them down 2-0 with no problem. We had that feeling going, just the feeling ran out.
What a difference tonight is as far as Denver fans and players are concerned.
Yeah. Now a little more of that aggressive defense in Seattle, but Robert Pack dribbles right through. And the door is still open for the Nuggets. Over in the corner, Reggie Williams, another three. What is going on here in Denver?
Taking games 3 and 4, the Nuggets were suddenly the team on a roll.
The darlings of Denver, the Nuggets, walk off the floor, and for them, they have done the impossible, stretching the series to 5.
Even going back to Seattle couldn't help the Sonics regain their lost momentum.
If you tuned in and you heard one team had won 63 games this year and the other team had won 42, there's no way to tell the difference. Kemp, the star of this Seattle team, with only 15 points. Another block from Mutombo.
In a season that was to be Shawn's crowning glory, he found himself instead relegated to being a painful footnote to Denver's historic upset.
Mutombo embraces the ball and the unlikely upset. One of the great upsets in NBA playoff history. The 8th seed, the Denver Nuggets, have beaten the team with the best record in the NBA, the Seattle Supersonics.
It hurt. It hurt because, like I said, we had worked so hard during the regular season, and then come playoff time and to fail. I think people were disappointed at me, and I was disappointed in myself.
More than any other player, Shawn had taken on the Sonics' fortunes, and now he suffered most too.
I don't think anybody reacted well. I mean, it was a very devastating, big-time loss.
As a basketball player, you know, you basically remember your last game, and our last game was a huge failure.
And as he mourned his lost opportunity, Shawn also had to deal with sudden rumors that he would be unceremoniously banished from the only city he'd ever played in.
Been a lot of talk about trade discussions between the Chicago Bulls and the Seattle Supersonics.
I didn't expect it, and I'm sure a lot of people didn't expect it, but when the talks really got serious, it made me a little more wary, and you get scared.
The Bulls claim Seattle wanted to trade them Shawn Kemp. The Sonics claim Chicago wanted to trade them Scottie Pippen.
He took it real hard. Everybody know he took it hard. He didn't know why, what was the problem, what was going on.
And though the trade talk proved to be unfounded, the damage had been done.
Okay, the buzz has been going all over town last 3 days or so about the Reignman moving on to Chicago. Is it going to happen? Is he going to move on? Is Scottie Pippen headed to Seattle?
I don't think that's going to happen, Kevin.
Shawn, I think, was offended a little bit. He should be offended, but a lot of times the challenge is the test. How you react to the challenge is actually the test of what you're doing.
Shawn would not have much time to ponder his reaction. He was due in Toronto to play with Dream Team 2.
It's going to be an exciting, high-scoring, fast pace. We want to run the ball. What we'd really like is just to have like we said last night, a smooth running machine that's going to just take care of business and then have a lot of fun doing it.
After the trade talks, it was like, now I have to go to practice with the best players in the world, and I want to keep my focus and just get myself to get ready for that challenge.
It would prove to be the perfect medicine as Shawn threw himself into the task at hand.
1, 2, 3, go!
And by game time, his irrepressible spirit began to shine through.
Watch this now.
Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out.
Shaquille to Dumars.
Shawn Kemp is incredible. Yeah, he had some awesome dumps today.
Shaq had the power, but Kemp had the style. Kemp had the crowd going.
And Miller misses the three-point line. Look at Kemp.
And the USA bench is... Do you believe this guy?
We got one plan that's off the backboard, off the scoreboard, on the score clock, alley-oop.
Shot, Kemp on the move. Mr. Holland.
I mean, the game should be play fun. After all, this is a chance in a lifetime, so you got to enjoy yourself.
As the gold medal game arrived, the trials of the season were fully behind him.
Shawn Kemp has been a very impressive player here. And the United States has won the gold by winning 8 of 8 here in Toronto.
I felt a sense of satisfaction, a sense of relief. I learned a lot of things from those guys over the summer and gave me some more confidence.
Like most NBA stars, Shawn has thrived by weathering the highs and lows of his career. And through it all, he is sustained by his desire to win and his love of the game. And with each passing season, he works as he has all his life to gain in skill and perspective.
Sometimes I stop and I'll start thinking back, and then I'll stop again. And I don't like to sit back and really look at what I've done or what I've accomplished, because it really doesn't matter. What matters is tomorrow, and I know that. So I just try to keep myself prepared for the next day.
This was a big win for the Sonics, but they're off now on one of the biggest road trips of the season. And this stretch should tell us a lot about Seattle's playoff chances. Now Kendall Gill on the push. Push one. By Kemp, grab by McMillan. Complete pass from the front court. Then Kemp beautifully to the glass. Help finger rolling over Armstrong up and in. Count the basket and send the man-child to the line. Kemp again. Beautiful spin. Here's Kemp now, trying to 105. Kemp on all the way. Undenied. Looks into the crowd. Showing some pressure from the board again. Wow. Big challenge by Kemp. Slam dunk Kemp. It'd be good if somebody had boxed him out once. What an acrobatic phenomenon we have observed. He got after you 2-on-1. Kemp put him up to the right man. Oh, give him that magic carpet. Jennifer Robinson plucked away by Kemp. Drives inside and jams it down. Gary brings that pass. Grant and Robinson fill the lane. Shrimp trailing, gets it, feeds to Kemp into the air. Double pump. Left-hander up from the belt buckle and high. Caramba. It comes down. The interception on the races. Get on the magic carpet.
Get out of here, man. It's time to get out of here. We did a job. So it's going to be in 7 years when we lead the league.
That's right.
All right, dog.